Hello and welcome. You're watching BNN and this is our business program. My name is Xolani Gwala. Thanks indeed for joining as well. There's been a hive of activity in the mining sector in the recent past, and all experts point to one thing. They say this is simply because of some of the programs implemented by mining companies. And let's talk a little bit about those programs. Here with me this evening, Neil Pretorius, Chief Executive Officer of DRD Gold. He's going to explain some of the projects that they have. A very good evening to you, Neil. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good evening. Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the programs then from your company. One of the programs is called Vuselela. Give us the details of this particular program.
Well, Vuselela was really developed from two other programs that we had launched earlier. Our approach or our point of departure is that there's a vast resource, untapped resource amongst our employees with the knowledge that they've accumulated over the years around the workplace. So we initially launched the Think campaign, which is an invitation to employees or almost an encouragement to employees to not leave their minds or their brains at the gate when they enter the workplace. They're not there just for their muscle power, they're also there for their mind power. And to extend this, we introduced the Brain Box Initiative, which is an opportunity for employees to submit thoughts and ideas on how they could optimize the workplace, how they can improve efficiencies, and drop this in a very bright, colorful brain box. And the person with the best idea every 3 months, he wins a prize of 5,000 Rand in cash. Vuselela is an extension of this concept, this notion of developing human resource. And it's a campaign that allows for employees to participate in deciding and defining, implementing the value system that they are comfortable with. So they need to come to work and they need to find an environment where they feel right at home, because the values that prevail at the workplace are the same values that they would have at their houses, at their homes. Maybe want to look at their own priorities and their outlook on life to renew themselves. It's a renewal process too, where you could align your own values with maybe this new set of improved values that we're implementing at the workplace. With reference to what your employees are done and the sort of thing that's expected from you at the workplace itself.
You've also launched something called Best Life. Firstly, take us through the key elements of Best Life. And is there a link between Best Life and Vuselela?
Yes, there definitely is. Vuselela creates the working environment with the value system that allows people to feel comfortable at the workplace and to renew themselves and align themselves with those values. And this is around financial discipline and financial savvy. It's around personal wellness and also around career development. Around the financial discipline side, for example, we believe that the greatest dignity lies in being able to provide for your loved ones. But ultimately, I think the focus, the main goal is to make sure that that dependency is something that employees get to deal with. I believe that the biggest dignity lies in being able to provide for one's loved ones. And that is something that you do in the near term because of financial discipline and applying your resources in an appropriate and a disciplined way. The second thing in the longer term is the greatest liberty lies in being able to look after oneself, not being dependent. So the dependency issue in the long term and long-term security is a vital component and part of the Best Life.
Ostensibly, it's about empowering individuals to take charge of their personal circumstances.
Absolutely, and to provide them with the skills and insight into what good financial discipline looks like, what good wellness looks like, what the things are that you need to move toward and the things that you need to avoid. And also an opportunity to self-reflect and to look at one's circumstances, one's career, and decide whether there's an opportunity or whether one should pursue something bigger and better.
What are the benefits, though, to the company? Because surely this isn't just about making the company look good. It's not just charity. What are the benefits?
I think that employees who are financially secure and not anxious about their long-term security ultimately would also be more productive. They have more to give to the company of their energy, their available energy. I think it's also good for South Africa if you can create almost, let's call it, mini areas of stability. That has the potential, I'm sure, to roll out into larger areas. And also I think a company that is in it just for itself and for its shareholders is not sustainable. You have to create programs also for the benefit of employees. A happy workforce and employees that are content and looked after in the longer term will also look after the company. And that's the way to build a sustainable company, I believe.
Now, you've had these programs, including Vuselela and, of course, the recently implemented Best Life. Are you able to tell us about the results? Are you able to see the results just yet?
I think so, yes. I think the buy-in into the Think campaign was visible. The brain box has really taken off. And it does seem as though a large percentage of our employees, of my colleagues, embrace the concept of Vuselela and want to have a value-based working environment within which to function. Once again, as I say, it's a self-empowerment program, and everybody wants to live the best life that he possibly can. And this program is designed to assist our colleagues to do just that with what they have at their disposal.
I'm running a little bit out of time here, Neil, but I would like to get the closing comments from you. I would like to get a message for our viewers.
Well, I firmly believe that entitlement gets you nowhere, or a sense of entitlement gets you nowhere. That is your approach to life. It's much better to achieve than it is to receive. And the Best Life, the tools that we've created for Best Life will certainly equip you to do that. So my suggestion to my colleagues, to our employees, my message to our employees is to go for it and to live the best life.
No, Pretorius, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. DRD, Chief Executive Officer. Well, you've been watching our business report here on BNN. Coming up straight afterwards, it's our SOPI. We call it Best Life. A very good evening to you. Cheers. Until next time. Bye-bye.